Okay. What is that symbol right there? Or is that this? No. There's like a hat?
Yeah. Ha. Keep up.
I have no idea.
Oh, we.
Oh my god, this one has a little bow tie. Oh, you're so tall, but the silver one by your side. What about the silver one? How should I put it? You must be able to squeeze into the narrowest tree hollows. How convenient. Well, based on our customs, we should do introductions first. You're a little lost, but you shake hands. Try not to use too much strength. How fascinating. I've heard a lot about Nara before, but this is the first time I've ever touched one. It's a very special feeling. It's been a long time since we last hosted a Nara here. Many seeds have grown into trees, and many stories have become legends. That Nara was a good Nara, or so we have heard. Nara Kitty is good too, strong and brave, like a sapling sprouting out of a rock wall. Now, you know the kids of Amara Village? Of course I do. We all do. Arana came back and told us stories about the little Nara. Nara Yotham, Nara Barum, and Narana are our friends. Paimon's not sure that counts as knowing someone. What counts then? Do we need to shake hands after the introduction like Nara do? I know what Paimon means. Nara eat and look for treasures together. Then they know each other. As long as we know each other's stories, we know each other. This is because the Aranara's world is a place for songs and dreams. As long as we hear about Nara Kitty through songs and see what Nara Kitty looks like through dreams, it'll count as knowing you. Paimon thinks that we can leave this aside for now. After all, we're already friends. Good friends! Yes, since we're going to celebrate Festival Utsava, we need to make some preparations. Sure, we need the Bija, right? I've sent them to look for Ashvatha's concourses. Spot on, but Paimon's wondering, why don't you guys know where these concourses are? Ashvatha's concourses are very, very sacred places. We don't usually go there. We would prefer to let the Vasara trees sleep and dream until all memories come together in Sarva. The forest will remember. No good thing will ever fade away, and all suffering will come to nourish something beautiful. Did I get to do the statue creation event? Yes, I did. And I am... I have a bunch of parts, so I just need to finish buying all the rest of the parts. If I can get enough of the little paper thingies. But I've, completed most of the events. So. Hi, Comet! Oh. Hi! He's purring, by the way. Yeah. Okay, do you want to finish going up? There you go. If I do all the photo stuff, I should have enough. These are the last photos I need is of the Aranara. The rest I believe I have. Anyway, you can find them looking for Ashvatha's concourses out there, Arama. You go and help them. If they run into us in the forest, we can go adventuring together. Very well. Nice to have met you. Is this a painting? Who knows how many adventure camps and treasure chests we have rummaged through. Let's put it this way. We didn't see R&R anywhere near the house and we were worried. So we'd rather see if there were any leads. We might even help some trapped R&R. Of course. Anyway, seems like the painting depicts some views near here, right? Maybe it's a treasure map. Kitty, we should go to the spot shown on the painting. Maybe we'll find some treasure left by the R&R. And I did tablet and phase already, too. Ta-da! Yay! I got all the parts. Okay. That will get me 1 gem. What was I gonna check? I was gonna check. Comet! Okay. Place. Hi, yes, I see you. You're gonna destroy my chair. Oops.
Don't be afraid.
Okay, we're up to 104. And I think I have 2 fades. Yeah, I've only got 2 fades.
Make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process.
Alright, let's work on the Archon quest.
Huh?
Because Tucha specifically requested that I do this on stream, so... Specifically, oh well, that's the second part, but...
Keep up.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds. Ooh. Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on. Osvan told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item?
The benefit of doing this one is I have no problem talking, but I have done a lot of reading today because of Kaine's dream sequence at the beginning of the New Game Plus. So, benefit of this is I don't have to read out loud anymore.
Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
Totally understand with Kaine's backstory. I don't mind the reading, like, and it's kind of fun to do and to try and, like, you know, give it the emotion and the intonations and stuff. But that, and then having to produce all of the fucking Aranara words, my brain is just like... Letters make no sense anymore. Hi, Comet. What are you doing? Hey? What you doing?
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you two?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the Academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the Academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the Academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the Academia. Ah, you see over there? Those are students from the Academia.
I don't know why, but I'm really digging this music. Oh, and to chill, I've done some more Arcade Paradise. And yeah, we don't even bother with the laundry anymore. And I've gotten things that, like, cause time to go a little bit slower when I'm playing the games, and I'm gonna have, Mux has the PC version. I want him to look into whether there's a mod that, like, essentially just lets you play fully, like, you know, essentially pause time indefinitely. But I am actually enjoying Arcade Paradise. We got some fun games so far.
They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
That guy does nothing but smooth talk all day.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Akhmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment. Wait, come again? Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein El Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, they'll give you info on anything. Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way. I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us. Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Whoa!
Oh god, Cat, what are you doing?
Niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon. Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that?
Come here. Nope. We're doing baby hugs. You've been wanting attention, and now you've got it. Okay. There you go. He'll even do baby hugs on camera now. Look at that. Yeah.
So, what's your plan?
I mean, I have 500,000 more, I'm pretty sure.
Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 Mora! Have you lost your mind?
He's like falling asleep. Falling asleep? Yeah. Okay, no claws. No claws. There you go. I won't let them off easy if it turns out to be a scam.
Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of Mora. But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot.
Again. I have 8 million Mora. I think I can spare 500,000.
The value of knowledge cannot simply be quantified in monetary terms.
Ooh, sparkles. You dread to think of how much more you have. I've spent it. I've almost never actually spent it on anything, so it's like... Like, every once in a while, I need something, and it's like, this costs 100,000 more, and I'm just like, eh. Sure.
This is the place we heard those students talking about.
37 million.
Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Like, is there even... much that you can buy, I guess, but I can't even, like, craft much or anything, so...
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss
There's a battle
punishes.
pass requirement to spend per week.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of more this time.
I pretty much
we
just buy...
mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
I think one of the few things that I spend it on is, like, every time I play, if I'm near a town, I'll just buy one of all the cooking ingredients. Oh, sorry, like a full stack of all the cooking ingredients.
The Scarlet King, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Greater Lord Ruka
Yeah,
Devata.
that's what I do.
That traitor and her followers must not be spared.
That's pretty much what I do.
The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance
Then you can
on
make
Sumeru,
cheese, milk, and butter.
and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Hand him 50 Mora.
Paimon can't stand to see so much Mora go. But there's no other choice right now.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're archaeology students.
That's not suspicious.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info. As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King.
Your favorite chapter in the game? That's what Tooch was saying. So, like, Tooch specifically stated that I need to make sure I do at least Act 2 on stream. So, I'm gonna try and find some time to squeeze some Genshin into my afternoons.
I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
You again? Deranged Academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory. Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Teyvat. If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 mora to them.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our Mora back, but sent the Emirites running too. Plus, he seems to know a lot
pronounced
about
that
what's
wrong.
going on around here.
She said
Let's catch up with him
Emirites.
and ask some questions. He went that way.
Oh, Hatham, aka Not at All Sue. Sorry for Honkai references. I mind. I know we've got some Honkai players in here, so that watch sometimes. I would check it out, but I already have so many games that I want to play. I already want to try and get back into Lost Ark.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning process.
It's slow to get into.
Hatham, right?
What do you want?
And I have a lot to play. I do. It's like I have so much more time, and I'm still finding myself being like, when am I going to do this? And when am I going to do that? And then I have to find time for this, and then... the early chapters aren't as good as the slow build-up.
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity.
Maybe one day, though. I'm definitely going to keep it in mind.
Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future. All right. Goodbye.
If I don't get the Steam version.
To ask you about. since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that?
I mean, I'd probably look into it on the PlayStation. If it is on the PlayStation. Mostly because stuff like that would be good to be able to play, like, eventually, upstairs. Even if I had to do, like, remote play. Which I would do if I wanted to play this out of this room anyways, because it loads so much faster on the PS5, even when you remote play.
A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
They should do a console. They so should do a console version.
Something about a physical exchange? We can help with
Not
that.
on consoles yet.
She
Phones
doesn't
and
even
PC.
have a vision.
Ah.
Forget it.
Maybe not, but she can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that. Those high-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 mora for something and you didn't even know what it was? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far,
Granted, that makes
so I
sense
don't
for
waste
Paimon.
time
Yeah.
repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing!
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students. Well, I think that about sums it up.
We need the Akasha Crystal entitled 100 Ways to Cook Emergency Food. Oh. Yes, we do.
Oh, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
I ended up doing some domains and stuff the other day. I kick so much ass now.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. Is that something we can learn quickly?
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
Oh, the one is glowing.
Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over, just keep it.
Paimon's like,
and
yay!
Be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time. Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk. We'll have an open discussion then.
Looking at what Alhaitham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Alright. Whoops. Wrong button!
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Paimon greedy. Yes, she is. Whoops.
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Paimon doesn't think it was that on the paper.
What a unique palate. We have unripe hara fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe hara fruits. Show them to the warehouse.
Got it. You two, please follow me.
I should have read the paper.
You two have a
Okay, here we go.
fascinating...
Here we go, here we go. Okay, let's read the paper. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Okay. Looking to buy unripe hara fruits, ask the informant to take you to Dory. Wear a morning flower. Looking to buy canned knowledge. Sumeru Rose is products legally available on the market. Mouse is customer. Rishbal and Tiger is Matra. Taken by mice is sold to customers. Taken by the Rishbaland. Pack in Sumeru City style to purchase a small amount. Pack in Port Ormos style to purchase in bulk.
The value of knowledge.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru Rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
I love my little purple ball. It's so cute.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring sounds like a bad life decision.
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products beautifully. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the Matra! Run!
What? The Matra? Where? Alhaitham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way.
It says that there's still 2 slots, but I can't make any more. Maybe it's because I'm low level.